approached for the role of Ruby, I went to an audition just like everybody else, and I met Adam and Eddie and Mark, who was the director, and read my audition, and I went back a couple times, and then I was cast.
Okay.
How did I prepare for the role? I have a couple of different ways that I prepare. I did a lot of research on wolves actually, because even before I knew that she was actually going to be the wolf, there's so much about this story of Little Red Riding Hood that has to do with wolves that I thought that was kind of an interesting piece, and yeah, just a lot of research on fairy tales and on reading like history of Little Red Riding Hood and the meaning behind it and everything and stuff like that. I like this one. I think Little Red Riding Hood doesn't have a whole lot to do in the story of Little Red Riding Hood, and I like that she's more of a heroine and a powerful character the way that Adam and Eddie have written her. So I think I would have to say I like the Once Upon a Time version of Little Red Riding Hood better. The scenes in front of the green screen are strange to shoot. They're not necessarily difficult, but they're really interesting because they show you kind of a mock-up of what you're looking at while you're shooting, so you see what the sort of sketch is going to be, so you have an idea of where you are, but it's kind of fun because you get to just use your imagination as well, so sometimes it can be even more interesting because it can be anything. My favorite Ruby scene? I really love the scene with, well, two probably. Both are from Red Handed. And I love the scene with Red and Snow when Red is telling Snow that she's going to run away with Peter and that she's in love. And they have this like really tender, sweet moment where they're just bonding and becoming friends. And I think that's a really lovely, lovely scene. And then I also really like the scene at the end of the episode with Emma when, Ruby reveals a lot of herself to her and sort of finds something in herself that was more than she thought. I think that's pretty great. Well, I always really wanted to be Tinkerbell, and I tried to convince Adam and Eddie that Little Red Riding Hood should also be Tinkerbell in disguise, and they didn't go for it. So I'd have to say Tinkerbell.
Okay.
What do I miss most? I think the people mostly. I have made some really great friends, over the years of being there, and it's just a really fun world to get to be in. As fun as it is to watch, it's just as fun to actually do those scenes and wear those costumes and run around in the woods and play a fairy tale character. I mean, it's pretty surreal sometimes, so I miss that. I think that there's a good chance. It's really a scheduling thing at this point, so we're just trying to work it out. So
Good news.
yeah. Well, I did a Hallmark movie years ago called Merlin's Apprentice, and I played a boy who was I was like a knight, and I met my husband on that movie, so I think that one's probably my favorite role.